Hello gorgeous peeps, I'm Chris from TechSpert, and these hot red mamas right here are the Urbanista Miami's new pair of budget-friendly ANC headphones, which you can grab right now as this video goes live online for 129 quid. Now, I've been testing out the Urbanista Miami's for a week and a bit now, using them as my full-time headphones. So here's my full in-depth review and how they stack up against other budget-friendly ANC phones. And for more on the latest greatest tech, please do subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers. Now, first off, I've got to say I absolutely adore that ruby red finish of the Urbanista Miami's, mostly because it helps to divert attention away from my baldy bonts. They're certainly very striking. They definitely occasionally draw glances from people as they're passing by. You can also grab the Urbanista Miami's in teal green. Otherwise, if you aren't really a fan of vivid, vibrant, in-your-face colours, you can also grab them in a standard black or white. But personally, I say, it, life's pretty boring at the moment. Let's jazz it up a bit with some exciting headphones. As far as comfort levels go, we certainly get plenty of padding around the inside of that headband, so even if I was wearing them all day, despite my lack of natural padding, didn't find any issues there. As for the actual ear cups, well, again, lots of padding, but unfortunately the ear cups themselves aren't exactly huge, so I did find that the padding was pressing on the outer edges of my lugs. And those cups do press quite hard on your ears as well, because it's quite a stiff finish as well. So I did find that after a couple of hours of using the Urbanista Miami's, I was starting to get a bit of ear fatigue. But there is a full sexy swivel action, as you can see there. So when you're not using them, you can just dangle them around your neck like so. Again, nice and comfy thanks to all that padding. And you've also got a protective case, hard case bundled in the box along with the Urbanista Miami's as well, to protect them when you hit the road. Remember hitting the road? I sure don't. We're in lockdown number Christ knows what up in here. Now they are of course fully Bluetooth enabled, so you can use them wirelessly. It's Bluetooth 5.0 and I had bugger all problems with that wireless connection. They pair up with your smartphone or whatever, nice and quick and easy, and the streaming absolutely flawless. But even better news, they also support the old 3.5mm cables as well, so you can get a full-on wired bit of action on the go if you want to. You got full physical controls as usual here on the Urbanista Miami as well. You got pause play functionality over here on the right cup. Just above you've got a volume up button, just below you've got the volume down, and if you long press those volume buttons they will also skip forward or back a track. At first I was a little bit annoyed by the fact that those buttons are all basically right next to each other. There's literally no gap between them, but thankfully you do have a little knobbly bit separating the pause play from the volume controls, and I found that after just a day or two of using the Urbanista Miami's I got used to exactly where those controls were. Good bit of muscle memory action, so no problems. And meanwhile over on that left cup you've got the ANC controls as well, so quick push of that you're into ANC mode, another push you're into ambient mode, and another push and it all switches off, and I'll cover all of that in a bit. The Urbanista Miami's also have a built-in sensor here in the right cup as well. You can see it just down there right at the bottom there, and that will detect whenever you lift that right cup away from your ears, and it will automatically pause whatever you're listening to. And then providing you actually replace the cup within about sort of 30 seconds or so, it will auto resume your audio as well, otherwise it won't bother. And I found that worked absolutely fine throughout my full week of testing. Once or twice I did notice my music or whatever I was listening to just paused. Even when I was just wearing the headphones, I hadn't lifted the cup or anything. I wasn't entirely sure if it was down to that sensor just getting a little bit confused. But thankfully, touch wood, as I say, only happened a couple of times, and that was a good few days ago now, hasn't repeated since. Now, Urbanista is apparently in the process of developing an app, so you can dive in there and adjust the sound settings on its headphones, and also maybe personalize the controls a bit. Unfortunately, that's not ready just yet, but it should be coming in Q1 2021, they reckon, so hopefully just in the next month or two. So definitely looking forward to testing that out, because a lot of the other rivals, they do have that app support, and it definitely adds to the experience, especially when you can fiddle around with those sound settings and get the kind of audio output that you really, really enjoy. That said, I really enjoyed the sound that was pumped into my lug holes by the Urbanista Miami's. Didn't matter what I was listening to, hip hop, dance, metal music, a good bit of acoustic stuff, it all sounded nice and clean. The engineer responsible for fine-tuning the audio on these things is an ex-Sennheiser guy, dude called Axel Grell. He obviously knows his stuff, because yeah, everything sounded absolutely lovely. And when you're wearing the Urbanista Miami's, of course, because they are over-ear headphones and they've got all that thick padding, it does really help to dampen down everything that's going on around you. You've got a good bit of noise isolation on the go. And of course you do have that built-in active noise cancellation as well for when you are in a noisy environment, which is supposed to help filter out more of that crap that's going on around you. Just keep you in your nice little peace bubble, enjoying whatever audio you're listening to. Here on the Urbanista Miami's, I found it wasn't very effective unfortunately. It does have a slight impact on traffic noises, trains, things like that, anything with a low rumble, but vacuum cleaners certainly weren't affected, and vocals as well. I found it had zero impact on any conversations going on around me. I could still hear every word perfectly. So if you're looking for a pair of budget-friendly ANC headphones with slightly more effective noise cancellation, I'd point you in the direction of the Anker Soundcore Life Q30s, which I reviewed at the end of last year, and also the Sennheiser HD 450 BTs. And as I mentioned before, you can quickly flick between the ANC and the ambient mode with a quick tap of this little button here on the left cup. And that ambient mode basically just does the exact opposite of ANC. It pumps all of the audio going in around you into your ears using the outside microphones. However, this does not lower the volume of whatever you're listening to. So if you're blasting a bit of metal, somebody comes up to you, starts talking at you, you can't just tap that and then start having a conversation. You will have to lift that cup, which is what I ended up doing anyway. That does auto pause your music, so then you can have a conversation without having to remove the headphones or anything anyway. However, it definitely is a good, that ambient mode, whenever you're listening to an audiobook or a podcast and you're out and about and you just want a bit more awareness of what's going on around you. You know, it helps to counter the dampening effect that the cups have around your ears. And if you happen to be out and about and you receive a call on your smartphone, well, no worries, you'll be alerted by the headphones. You can take the call, and the built-in mic does an absolutely fine job of picking up your voice. Now, one area where the Urbanista Miamis really take it to those Anker Soundcore Q30s is the battery life, because Urbanista reckons you'll get a full 50 hours of use per charge, or 40 hours with that ANC active. Now, I've been testing the Miamis for over a week now, hammering them every single day. I've had the ANC turned on for the majority of that time to see how effective it really was, and I gotta say, I'm not even close to draining them yet. So while I'm not entirely sure if they will deliver a full 40 hours, it's certainly right up there. And when you do finally manage to drain them, whenever that may be, you've got a bit of Type-C connectivity to charge them back up again, so just plug them in, job done. You can use your phone charger as long as that's a Type-C, not one of those bloody iPhones. And they also support fast charging as well, so just plug them in for 5-10 minutes. You'll easily get an hour or two of use out of these bad boys, again with that ANC active, so perfect for, you know, if you happen to still do a commute. So that right there is what I think of the Urbanista Miamis after using them as my full-time headphones for over a week now, and I've got to say there's a lot to like about them. I really love that design, so bright and vibrant and in your face, great stuff. The sound quality is fantastic, the Bluetooth connectivity is great, and of course you've got that wide support as well, which a lot of Bluetooth headphones miss out on. Unfortunately, however, the ANC isn't as good as some rivals like the Ankers and the Sennheisers, which is a shame, and of course that design does end up giving me a bit of ear fatigue after a while as well, possibly just because my ears are so bloody big. So anyway, what do you think of the Urbanista Miamis? Have you been using them as your full-time headphones? It'd be great to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. Please do subscribe, ding that notifications bell, and have yourselves a fantastic rest of the week. Cheers everyone, love you.